calling. It's like a weird emote. Like I think you're in trouble if they use the just one time emoji. I think that's the time where you're like, oh crap, I'm getting called.
Yeah, that's definitely a good adjustment. Well, here we're going to
Oh
see a
shit,
huge flip. Tens to ace queen suited. Nicholas going for
Lena doesn't
another
lose these.
title. It doesn't seem like often, and that is a sweaty turn though. A little extra equity coming. Let's see if it can fade the river. And
Oh, it's a force. Oh my god.
Oh wow! But it is clean and it is dangerous for the field because this man Nicholas Osted has got 1.8 million, and we have still seen no one, and the stacks are getting tighter. And if you're PDC mayor, that hurts the most because you would have got a 14K pay jump. But as it stands now, he is on the chopping block. Not a lot of room to be picky here, but he still is kind of deciding, okay, I still can take sort of to my big blind, king six off. Not a great hand. There's a lot of players left and still a chance someone could get collided. I'll tell you who's had a tough go here. Pete Chen made a nice 3-bet with that a7 off. I like him going at Ben Raleigh on that hand. That was aggressive. He got it through, and here he is opening again. And he's got a difficult hand, right? Sevens, middle position, 9-handed final table. Definitely can get played back at. And let's see what happens here from the big blind. I don't think Ole's going to be – actually, Ole's spinning, though. Spinning the wheel. Not going to go for it.
Yeah, I think actually I would probably just fold sevens. I think this is one of the like sevens, sixes, fives are just like kind of in the bin in this sort of situation. You probably just don't want to be playing too many hands. It's kind of like sixes, sevens, eights are just like not doing that well, especially when you're opening. I think if Mulocker was small blind and Shemian is a big blind, I think it's a different story. I think it's going to be okay to open. It probably won't be that bad. But I think sevens here is pretty close as an open. He does get it through. Fortunately, doesn't get some sort of scary flop. Pretty easy board for him to see bet. Takes it down. Yeah, Pete's been the most active, and he's also stayed the most consistent with his stack, whereas we've seen everyone else has chipped down significantly. I mean, Kevin came in with a decent stack. Pablo especially, but Pablo got scammed. He ran full house into full house and didn't lose at all. So Pablo definitely got the most scammed so far. But I feel like the fact that you got Ben, you got the chip lead. That's a huge edge in the snake pick. I think I got Lena though. Like I said, he doesn't lose these flips. Like Lena's a thoroughbred when it comes to winning high equity spots. There, he's just not losing that ace queen versus tens there ever.
Wow, look at this from Ole Shemian. Puts on the 9. Ben saying, look, anything more, I would have maybe played with you, but for that shove there, does give it up. And what do you think? Putting it on the line with Jack Queen suited, it just seems it has to be the best play. Doesn't want to min raise, doesn't want to fold, so it goes ahead and jams.
I think it's definitely not going to want to min raise. You're not going to be trying to play pots with the small blind and big blind people that are have the opportunity to play hands with the bigger stacks. As we have PDC Mayor jamming, Ben, I don't think Ben. I couldn't see Ben's hand, but Ben's probably not going to find the fold. But interesting one here. Big flip. That's a bad flop for PDC Mayor. I was just saying, we need some rooster booster. We need at least club river. Don't be a diamond. No. GG. You hate to see it. The rooster booster. I mean, he survived a little bit. He had the one chop pot. It just wasn't enough. GG's to our friend. Yeah. The mayor of Playa del Carmen out here in 9th place.
I like the screen name. I like the effort, and I like the score. 51,000 going his way. Nicely done, and we're down to 8, so 65K guaranteed. We are going to play to a winner, and we have got to get the Ben CB show underway. Look at Pete saying, all right, I had a good hand in big blind and running hot, definitely hot to get a walk, even if he had got played at. That is certainly a welcome sight to get a walk at a high buy-in, high equity spot final table. Ben going to pass on the 5 deuce suited. Mr. Radoja getting a couple of ladies on the puck. He is going to open it up, and Nicholas will have a bit of a decision here, closing the action, 10-5 suited. Player, again, think they have a lot of experience playing with each other, right? They play this tournament weekly. They know each other, and we are going to see a flop, 10-5 suited, completely whiffing, however.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a boring end result here. It's a little bit curious whether or not Nicholas will defend the 10-5 suited. There is a bit of a risk premium. Mark probably won't be opening as wide. I mean, 10-5 suited is going to be a bit fringe. I think 10 deuce suited would have been my true, like, I wonder what Lena's going to do here. This is an easy one.
You mentioned risk premium, which concept I'm very familiar with. Could you maybe explain that, though, how that means with what you have to risk if you were to go out next? Are you saying from a perspective, Mark is going to be opening wider because his risk premium is the lowest, or from Nicholas perspective, he should maybe be tighter because he's shorter. I think you mean the first scenario.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's kind of close because like Mark, Pete, Nick, Pablo, Kevin, Ole, all basically have the same stack. I think, one smallish pot is the difference between all their stacks right now. So it's in their best interest to really not play too many hands versus each other and not really force anything. Because when you battle with someone else at the table, as we got Pete here picking up aces, but probably won't pick up too much other than the blinds. Maybe Ben opens, he 3-bets him. I think that's going to be the only thing. But Pete's going to pick up this pot. But as I was saying, when you battle with the rest of the table, like a lot of the time you don't really make money. Everyone else at the table makes money. If Pablo and Mark battle and play a big pot, the people that make the most money are the people, or unless somebody has a really good hand. Nicholas, Pete, and Kevin are just printing when these guys end up slamming heads against each other. So you kind of there's a sort of like, it's a bit of game of chicken. It's a bit of prisoner's dilemma of you want to be able to take chips from people, but you don't want to battle against people.
Yeah.
So with the risk premium, it becomes a situation where the chips that you lose are worth more than some of the chips that you gain.
Right. That's sort of how I saw this going down. I didn't think Ben would open the deuce 6 suited. He's been super wide, but that's just a little too low in the range, I think, with the holding. And as we see a defend here from 5-6 suited, does go with a check call. This is a very interesting turn. Does give an additional equity to the 5-6 suited. Also, does have some blockers to the nuts, right? 4-6 suited. Does he defend? Maybe. He defended 5-6 suited, so I would think the answer is yes. If you're Pete Chen, though, you have aces, King 5-3 rainbow, turn 7. 550 in the middle. Got to be thinking about a healthy-ish bet. He does go for half pot, and now Kevin sort of starts getting a little bit, just gets dicey, right? It's possibly you have the best hand. You don't really want to be calling this bet on the turn, and this is not a dream scenario for Kevin.
No, I think one of the fun things to think about, one of the important things to think about is if he calls here and does realize his equity. I mean, there's always pot odds, and you look at the pot odds of things, but like it's also if you hit a 4, a 5, or a 6, and you do improve your hand, you do make the stronger hand if you didn't have the best hand already. Pete just kind of turbos in this river. It's a question of like, do you even get any more money into it? If you check, do they bet? If you lead for whatever size that you bet, are you going to get called? It's an interesting situation. I feel like if I'm Kevin, I don't think I'm gonna ever find the call here. I think he just trusts Pete. He did act really, really fast, and that 7 is like Kevin doesn't have too many 7s in this situation, but he'll have some. He'll have 6, 7. If he has 6, 5, he might have 7-4 here. It might be a bit wide, but yeah, does just take it down. That in itself seems pretty close. I think he snapped it too. Jeff, I don't know. You might have missed that one there. Kevin jam blind versus blind with pocket 5s. Ole Shamian calls with the ace deuce offsuit. And Kevin flops the set and holds. I think it's actually interesting, the snap call there. I don't think it's a call. So it's interesting to see him not tank at all and kind of just like turbo it in. But it is worth noting that some of these players, especially at the higher end, don't always follow what the Hold'em resources calculator, the ICMizers of the world, the outputs. Some of these guys operate on some different terms. To me, I'm pretty sure the ace deuce just ends up being a fold. Interesting one. Kevin picks up the pot.
Yeah, and of course there is some more familiarity amongst this crew at the high stakes level, so maybe could be a bit of exploitative too, just deciding that even knowing the right place, because definitely I can tell you Ole Shemian, if anyone knows the right book play or if you will, the computer simulation type ideal situations, I'm pretty sure he's one of the more versed, although could deviate a bit, and shows also his willingness to go for it, right? He definitely could sit back and hit fold, and does make a looser call, and didn't work out for him there.
Yeah, it's also a thing too. I think it's good when you do make calls like that. It's just like it kind of puts the fear of people. It's like, these like closer calls, like, if somebody jams on me, they know I'm going to fold like some stuff. But when you jam on some of like the elite players, and they're just going to call you with some wide stuff, it gives a little bit of hesitation. I know all these guys are elite, But like, if somebody's playing against Ole Shemi and you need final table with him in like the 250 monster stack, you got to beware that he's gonna gamble it up with you. They aren't afraid to take the close spots that some lesser experienced, lesser wealth players might not take.
Well, Mark Radoja here with the premium holding does just call ace queen suited. He is against queens. He's in a bit of a cooler, but potentially going to be able to avert danger, although does flop double gutted with drawing to 2 overs on the 10 jack 8. And Nicholas Ostad, who does get a powerful flop, no over, and is going to go ahead and confidently bet here. If you're Mark, kind of hard to imagine he's not going to be continuing for some chips here. And you can see the wheels spinning, but both players got to like this flop.
Yeah, I wonder if Lena didn't have the queen of spades. Oh my goodness!
Woo! Tell you, I'm his good luck charm. I always say it, but Mark Radoja, ever since 2011, that fateful day where played us a big one. This is a interesting turn card. If you're Nicholas, I mean, you like the flop. It's a bit connected. Definitely could be behind, and this is a peculiar card because you kind of improve. Well, you feel okay about it, but you don't love it. And as it plays, Mark has the absolute stone cold nuts on the river. Now it's about what can he bet, how much, what does he get called by? And these guys know each other very well. So I'm very curious on the type of sizing that Mark comes with here.
Yeah, because
2/3 pot, but
yeah, because it's interesting because you need to think about when he picks the half pot. You need to think about what your bluffs want to do and what your bluff sizes you want to pick. And you need to think about there's so many things to think about here, and there's so many like parts of this hand where it's like you kind of got to think like, what does Nicholas have? What are we targeting? When we pick the size, what are we trying? If we were trying to be bluffing, what are we trying to make fold? If we're value betting, what are we trying to get to? What are we trying to make indifferent? Like when he bets half pot here, is he trying to make a jack indifferent? Is he trying to make a 10 indifferent? Is he trying to is he trying to make a 10 sometimes fold here? Is he trying to make a jack sometimes fold here? That's basically what I'm getting at. There's a lot to think. I don't know if I could break this one down. This one's an interesting one. It's a tough one.
There is a lot.
Nicholas checking the turn. There's a lot to because you got to go street by street. This is a fun one. I'm curious. I don't think Lena will turn this into a bluff. Like he blocks queen 9, and he blocks ace queen, but I don't think he's gonna turn this one into a bluff because it's also a situation where like Lena's not going to check queen 9 and he's not going to check ace queen, so he's not going to be necessarily too nutted either. He's not going to have an insane amount of strong hands here. I think if he has sets on turn he bets, if he has straights on turn he bets, if he has like king jack I think he bets. He is kind of just like capped, and I think it then boils down to he doesn't have very many strong hands. What is half pot trying to make fold? And
well, yeah, he did bet 100 on the flop, right? So he bet 100
Yeah.
into. So yeah, I mean, this is
he bet a 1/3. He 1/3 size.
Yeah, I'm
That's fun to fold.
Very nice, very nicely done, and a little, I guess, lucky but unlucky, and lucky for Radoja on the card, but unlucky that Nicholas was able to get out of harm's way there. And as it plays, an important pot where Mark Radoja is up to 1.5 million. We still see Ole very short, and we see Nicholas still at 1.35. So it's really jumbled up here. You got Ben CB, who has got the license to go, and Jack Deuce off. Look at this. I mean, just gotta think what percent he's raising the button. It's got to be in the high 90s, and he does get defended by 8-10 off. So Pete Chen's showing he's willing to play with 2 million chips here, plenty of blinds, and Ben now flopping.
Probably gonna bet half pot here. I bet it's just a third. Yeah, I think when Pete defends here, he's not going to have a lot of these low combination combos because, he doesn't want to be playing some crazy hands. A lot of the time when he defends, he's going to have like some higher combination stuff. Maybe he has like some suited king 4, king deuce type stuff, but those aren't going to be too particularly sticky after a couple streets of betting. Ben does just take that one down. I think the 10-8 off defend ends up being pretty close too because, I mean, he just doesn't want to be losing chips. We got Ole here. I mean, after losing the big flip, probably going to be flipping here with Mulocker.
Yeah, he is going to get some extra money on his value for his money with the blinds and the ante. You can see he's got 224 total. There's an extra 150 in the middle. So big flip here for Ole to get back in the game. Thomas, of course, with that powerful ace queen, does pair the queen on the flop, jumps to an 86% favorite, but check mark. Game blouse is on the turn. Ole, that is a guy that can do it. If there's a guy that you don't count out, Ole Shemin, 600,000, one of the world's best. And you know what? Pete Chen, I got to say, up to 2 million. Very impressive for how much, like you said, a few spots where it's close. Seen him going for it. We saw him make a light 3-bet. I like how Pete's played today, definitely showing some moxie. And this is a household final table, Patrick.
Yeah.
Of course, the
Yeah.
Super Millions, but look at these names. I mean, we're talking about with the remaining, we have got 8 players and we have got 8 big names. I'm familiar with all these players and probably many of you are as well. And this is going to be too close to call. You got to give a big advantage to Ben. Excuse me. Look at him, double second place. I mean, Ben has got a huge amount of chips compared to the field right now.
Yeah, I think Mulocker, it's been a couple X factor coin flips where, like, the losing the ace queen in that particular spot wasn't insanely impactful, but it is, the 600K difference is important. Or losing the flip to Lena, that was like a 2 million chip swing where he would have been still tied with Ben. Losing these high equity pots have kind of just like dropped him in a situation where he's not going to be able to do as much anymore. Probably won't be able to be as active as Ben is. Interesting 3-bet here with Pablo. Oh my goodness. This could get fun because, I mean, Pete's probably going to have King Jack and King Queen suited here. Maybe King Queen off. I don't think he'd peel King Jack off. And Pablo blocks King Jack suited. I really hope Pete doesn't fast play. I really, really hope he doesn't find some sort of raise here. I mean, I think this is just a click the call button. Interesting turn. Pairs the board. I think this ends up being a better card for Pablo too, because his 3-bet bluffs will have 4s in them. Ace 4 off, ace 4 suited. It's kind of a weird situation though, where you don't necessarily, you need to decide if your hand has to bluff, if you could beat anything, if it can go check, or if you even want to continue barreling, if you want to barrel this one off. Like ace jack suited is in this like middling zone where it might not need to bluff on this sort of run out.
He does go for a bet, goes for about quarter pot exactly. And I mean, if you're Pablo, there are some hands you're beating. This is a very interesting spot and nice by Pete not to fast play. Got to imagine the King 9-4 rainbow. It's about as bladed as you can get. But as it turns out, Pablo now, pretty dicey spot. Can't imagine really continuing here. You do beat some of those suited broadways, Jack 10, Jack Queen suited, but you're blocking one of those. And again, just not really the time to be speculative in calling down. So really well played from Pete. He is up to 2.6. Begs to ask about that ace jack suited. Maybe too cute on that stack size to just shove, or do you like the 390 there?
I think it might be a situation where you might need a bit of KYC. We might need to know your customer. I don't know. I don't know if Pete's going to respond how Pablo wants him to respond when he 3-bets not all in there with ace jack suited. I don't know if Pete's going to be 4-bet jamming the stuff that Pablo can induce with. Like, I don't know if he expects Pete to slam in like ace 10 off or like, jam all of his like wheel suited aces. I think that, it's an interesting one because it kind of depends how Pablo perceives the situation. Does he plan on folding to 4-bet jams? Does he plan on calling 4-bet jams? What does he think Pete's going to click call with? I don't know if he's going to expect Pete to call King 9 suited. I wouldn't have expected it. I thought he'd fold it. It's an intricate situation where you kind of need to know the thought process of Pablo to determine, what he's trying to achieve there with the 3-bet.
All right. Well, ace king does just go ahead and check it over twice, and now ace 10 suited decides time to bet. And if you're Thomas, you got a healthy 3 mil, could have the best hand here. Do you want to go and continue? But we see a fold, and Pete Chen, everything kind of working for Pete right now. He's got a good seat to the left of Ben. He's almost to 3 million, and he has definitely been playing on the more aggressive side. Likely here go open from Ben, and Pete with 3 million likely call. I think at this point he's been playing a lot of pots, and I think he'll.
I actually say this is probably a 3-better fold. I think with ace jack off, you probably don't want to be trying to play I guess no one's going to really be calling behind. But this sort of hand, it prefers either 3-betting or folding. I don't think you necessarily want to be trying to play pots with Ben.
Yeah, and Oli does have a shorter stack too in the big blind. To maybe he comes along as well. It gets dicer. So nice situation for Pete. He does go with the 3-bet, and Patrick sniffed that out. And he says running hot. He is running hot. He's up to 3.1 million, and he is really cruising. And Ben still sitting very, very healthy, but he has now got. Looks like he might. Pablo and him have been tangoing a lot. Is this Pablo's time? He's under the gun. Ben opening up, but that doesn't mean much with his stack and how liberally he is opening. So let's see if Pablo can go ahead and stuff this in, but still 784, king, queen off, 3 more players to act. Oli shorter. Your rate under the gun is opening. Do you have a lot of fold equity? And Pablo just decides, you know what, enough's enough. Let me shove this in. And Ben, getting close. Could be flipping. Doesn't want to call it off, though.
Yeah, I like the spot. I think Ben's in a situation where he's able to just raise a lot, take pots down. He doesn't really need to crank the variance here by taking these sort of like thinner calls. He doesn't really achieve much by by calling these shorter stack all-ins with medium strength hands. There's some hands sure that he's maybe flipping against, but a lot of time he's either going to be dominated or 40%. So yeah, I think Ben's in a situation where he's just going to be able to raise a lot of pots with like hands like 9-5 suited, take it down, just slowly chip up, and I think that's one of the stronger ways to chip up here on this final table. I'm curious if Thomas is going to find a limp call here with Jack 8 off, because this one's dicey. You have, we see the fold. He has a stack that just doesn't want to collide at all. He just doesn't. He doesn't want to be playing pots because the more chips he loses, the more he gets pushed down to the rest of the stacks. He's able to just kind of coast and get a couple pay jumps and, hopefully wait till like 5 left before he has to do anything. Yeah, unfortunate final table for our second and third place chip stacks. Pablo and Mulacher have just had bad beat after beat. I mean, start with Mulacher even chopping with the ace queen versus PDC Mayor's ace 6. Pablo Silva, just every hand history is just not the board runouts you need to win tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, got to have some luck, especially at this kind of caliber of final table. There's so much money at stake as we go and move up here. So every pot's so important, and so many players with such great game plans. This is an interesting one, and you got to believe again, Ben has found himself at the top of the totem pole here. He is chipping up and likely going to be doing so more often as we see him still hovering at 6 million chips. Balls in his court, no doubt.
It was an interesting spot with Mark. He did snap fold, but it could have warranted some thinking. When you've got the ace 4 off there, Ben's going to be opening so wide, and I think he's going to also inversely be calling tighter. I don't think Ben's going to raise call ace 9 off there. I think if we've had the magic of watching every cards up. These guys are playing live; they don't get to see the cards as they're rolling out. Right? They're not going to see the hand immediately after. They have to wait the 30 minutes delay. But it could be a situation where it might actually be fine for Mark to jam there. He does have fold equity. The 20 big blinds is a massive portion of Ben's stack. Ben's healthy, Ben's comfortable, but if he doubles up one of these like 20 or 30 big blind stacks, that's a hit to his stack. So you are able to sort of, he's opening very, very wide, almost every hand on the button, and then he's also only going to call 8-10% of the time. It does give yourself the opportunity to sort of take these wider jams and chip up, so you're not just slowly chipping down. But as you see this Mark taking this rejam spot with the king queen, big one here for Ole.
Yeah,
these are both your guys.
Yes, this is important for everyone, but king queen suited in a phenomenal position going to the river, and it is going to be a jack.
My goodness.
And for me, I guess it's probably good, right? Keep the guys both in a million. And as Ole's got some emojis, I don't know what's happening there. That is I don't know if that's a custom emoji or from his own arsenal there, but we see a celebration nonetheless. 1 million chips back in the game. Ben says so sick. The Austrian flags stay healthy. We've lost a Mexican flag there. Mark Radoja is representing, and of course, some of the biggest names still in as we see Pete Chen going to open the ace 9 suited surely, and not a lot of customers behind. You see that chess clock ticking down. Everyone's sort of around 10 minutes plus. Pablo Silva had that boat over boat. He did suss out the right decision, and he has got 7.5 minutes. But so far, everyone playing really quick. And again, these guys know what they're doing, Patrick. There's not a lot of time taken for unnecessary spots. But what do you think about the chess clock format on GG for the final tables? And how is it as a streamer with that? Could you explain? Because if you make a final table and you're streaming, what are your options?
Yeah, I was going to say, as a player, I really like it. I think it's a good way to, because a lot of the time people will pre-flop decisions on other sites. You've got that 15-second window. A lot of people will take that full 15 seconds so they don't have timing tells, and they'll take their time. Whereas if you do that every time on major GG final tables with the chess clock, you're going to burn your clock, and you won't have time to think about situations when you need to think about it. I think it's important because there's going to be a lot of scenarios on final tables where you're just not, you're gonna want to be able to think about it, and you're playing for the most amount of money. I like it, and it also I think going with chess clock with number of hands, I think the pace of play on final tables is significantly better, and it's more enjoyable. People snap back. People, if they have auto folds, they just fold. They don't waste time. They're not Hollywooding unnecessarily. Everyone's the pace of play is good. As a streamer, I've had, I think, a handful of times where I've had to kill the stream because somebody's just gone into the tank too long. Somebody's taken too long, and I'm kind of just like, all right, well, I can't let this pop up on stream. Restart. It's a bit of a headache, but it's also with longer delay. I've got a 5-minute delay. I am a little bit more equipped. Maybe the hand naturally could take like 2.5 minutes, and then if somebody tanks for like 2 minutes, I still have the wherewithal to be able to nuke the stream before the hand pops up. It doesn't happen often. I'd say it happens once every like 4 to 6 months on average that I've had to kill a stream, which isn't that bad. I think in terms of amount of streams, it's definitely worth the trade-off of having, you're in a big turn situation, you're facing a tough decision, being able to take like, a minute, or you're on a river and you're able to take like 2.5 minutes. This is a big river decision. I like it. I think the chess clock is a great feature that GG has, and it's one of the reasons why GG's the number one site right now.
Yeah, well said. So so let me ask you, versus just going to a final table and then immediately killing the stream and starting up and putting a longer delay, or it even doesn't quite address it anyway, right? Because you have to set like a 10 or 15-minute delay anyway, so it's kind of like, and then it kills the vibe.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think as a streamer, once you kill the stream and come back, there's like maybe like 30% of people don't come back, or 30% you just lose. Like whenever a stream cuts for whatever reason, whether it's internet disconnection or you had to restart the stream, it's just like it's a complete hiccup to the overall stream. I've always just kept the 5-minute delay. Things have been comfortable. Things have been fine. It is a trade-off as a streamer, as an ambassador for GG, when you're putting your cards live on stream with a 5-minute delay. You kind of have to deal with it, but I think it's a fine trade-off. I can live with it.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Well, this is interesting because we got a couple of real hands and a couple of competent, aggressive, strong players with big chips, and ace-10 suited Ben, though, just a little too good to raise and get blown off of it. So in this particular stance, he will call. And Nicholas, again here.
In the big blind.
In the big blind, 8-10 suited, 1.1 million. Let's see how he operates this particular spot. He does call and flop top pair. Dicey, though. This is an exact example of why playing a hand like this is so tricky. And he has got a lot has to go right for him to either win or get the showdown. But as it plays, Ben likely checked this back too. I don't know. He's got backdoor hearts, backdoor straights. I don't know if he's going to want to start shooting here. Although I guess he figures Nick can't play two out of line, so he does go for it. Surprised here a little for me.
This might be a situation where he might have induced Nick to somehow check jam. Mullocker is going to rejam, and then Ben just gets out of the way. He might have incited violence here with this bet. I think it's interesting because Nicholas does just find the top pair fold. Good on him. I think Mullocker. It's an interesting spot now for Mullocker too, because if he check raises, turns like the jack of spades, it gets interesting. He does just choose to go with the check call.
Wow. Ben CB does pick up. Benjamin Raleigh does pick up a gut shot. So a little bit part. What would he do at 9-10 suited? Do you think 9-10 suited flats 3-bets? So that's sort of one of the questions here that will be going through Mikoler's mind. Thomas, I always pronounce his name wrong. It just seems
Mullocker.
Mullocker. There we go. Oh, we're in it. We're in it now. And there it is. We are in a river. And Thomas has the best hand on the river. And Benjamin has got a loser. Can he get to showdown? Ace King suited does check. And Ben maybe thinks he beats some suited, Jack Queen, King Jack of clubs. But I don't know if he feels the necessity to bluff here. He also loses to a variety of hands. So let's see what he comes up with. 868 in the middle.
Yeah. This could be fun. I mean, Ben, if he had a straight on the turn, would just be betting the turn. If he had 10-9 or 5, if he had a set on the turn, he's just going to keep betting. In a situation where Mullocker's not going to have very many straights in the situation, Ben just elects just to give it up. It's also a spot. Yeah, Ben bets a lot of his value on the turn, so it's kind of hard to rep anything. Mullacher doesn't have necessarily that many strong hands, but it's also Ben doesn't either, so it's a game. you're kind of in a weird spot where you probably just can't fire it in. You just have to accept it. And ace 10 does have showdown value. I think if Ben Ben probably wouldn't check turn with jack 10. But if Ben had some sort of hand that he knew with 100% wasn't winning at showdown, maybe he throws a bet in. But
yeah, Muhlacher is up to 3.5, good enough for second place. Stack's getting short a lot of the way here, other than the Pete Chen 3 million and Muhlacher's 3.5 million, and Pablo Silva here in the big blind closing the action. He did get he'll probably see that ace jack to king 9 suited, that hand play out. This time he goes for a call, doesn't 3-bet his hand. Of course, very delicate times and stack sizes. Ace 8 suited flops, middle pair, top kicker, queen 8-5, a rainbow. This has got a variety of options. Pete decides to check back and gets a welcoming turn, although it does bring a possible flush to the board. King 10, not going to be loving this board.
I think Pete's going to be pretty satisfied with this turn card. I mean, turning 2 pair here. Kind of in the bin. In this sort of situation, you probably just don't want to be playing too many hands. It's kind of like 6s, 7s, 8s are just like not doing that well, especially when you're opening. I think if Muhlacher was small blind and Chemian is a big blind, I think it's a different story. I think it's going to be okay to open. It probably won't be that bad. But I think 7s here is pretty close as an open. He does get it through. Fortunately, doesn't get some sort of scary flop. Pretty easy board for him to see bet. Takes it down. Yeah, Pete's been the most active, and he's also stayed the most consistent with his stack, whereas we've seen everyone else has chipped down significantly. I mean, Kevin came in with a decent stack, Pablo especially, but Pablo got scammed. He ran full house into full house and didn't lose at all. So Pablo definitely got the most scammed so far. But I feel like the fact that you got Ben, you got the chip lead, that's a huge edge in the snake pick. I think I got Lena though. Like I said, he doesn't lose these flips. Like Lena's a thoroughbred when it comes to winning high equity spots. There, he's just not losing that ace queen versus tens there ever.
Wow, look at this from Ole Shunyan. Look.
Raise. Call. 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 Bet. Fold. 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 Raise. Call. Check. All in. Call. Fold. 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 Raise. Fold. 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 Call. Call. Fold. Check. 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 Bet. Call. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Raise. Call. Call. Bet. Call. Fold. Raise. Fold. Fold. Raise. Call. Check. Bet. Call. Check. Fold. 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 Call. Call. Fold. Check. All in. Fold. 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 Raise. Fold. 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 Raise. Fold. Fold. Check. Bet. Call. Bet. Call. Check. Raise. Bold. 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 Raise. Call. Call. Check. 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 Bold. 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 Raise. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. Raise. Bold. Call. Call. Bet. Call. Call. Check. Check. All in. Bold. Call. Bold. 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 Call. Check. Raise. Call. Bet. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Bold. Raise. All in. Call. Call. Bold. Bold. Raise. Bold. 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 Raise. Call. Bold. Check. Check. Bold. 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 Raise. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. Raise. Bold. 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 Fold. Fold. Raise. Call. Fold. Bet. Fold. Check. Fold. 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 Raise. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Fold. All in. Call. Fold. 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 Raise. Check. Fold. 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 Check. Raise. All in. Fold. Fold. Call. Fold. All in. Fold. Fold. Raise. Call. Fold. Fold. Check. Call. Call. Check. Bet. Call. Fold. Call. Fold. 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 Bold. Call. 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 Bold. Check. Bold. Raise. Bold. Bold. All in. Bold. 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 All in. Bold. Bold. Call. Bold. 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 Call. Check. Bet. Call. Bet. 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 Call. Check. Call. Call. Bet. Bold. Bold. All in. Fold. Fold. All in. Call. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Fold. All in. All in. Fold. Call. Call. Check. Bet. Call. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Call. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Fold. 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 Call. Check. Bet. Fold. Call. Check. Bet. Call. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Call. Fold. Check. Check. Bet. All in. Call. Raise. Fold. Raise. Fold. Bold. Bold. Raise. Call. Bet. Call. All in. Call. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. All in. Bold. 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 All in. Bold. Bold. Raise. Bold. 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 Bet. Bold. Call. Bold. Bold. Bet. Bold. 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 Call. Raise. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. Bold. Check. 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 Bet. Bold. raise, call, fold, call, call, check, bet, fold, call, fold, fold, bet, fold, fold, raise, fold, 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 call, check, fold, call, check, check, call, fold, 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 all in, call, call, fold, 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 call, fold, call, fold, 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 call, fold, 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 check, bet, Raise. Fold. Raise. Call. Fold. 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 Call. Check. Bet. Fold. 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 Raise. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. 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 Call. Raise. Call. Call. Check. 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 Bet. Fold. Call. Bet. Fold. Fold. All in. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Check. 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 Bet. Bold. Raise. Bold. Bold. Call. Bold. Bold. Call. All in. Bold. Bold. Call. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. Bold. Call. Check. Call. Bold. Bold. Bet. Call. Check. Check. Bet. Check. Call. Bold. Raise. Bold. Bold. Raise. Bold. 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 Call. Bold. 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 Raise. Call. Bold. 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 calm, bold, calm, 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 check, 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 bold, check, 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 bold, 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 calm, bold, raise, calm, calm, bold, bold, check, check, bet, check, 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 bet, bold, 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 calm, bold, 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 calm, bold, Bet. Fold. 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 Call. Call. Check. Bet. Fold. 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 Check. Fold. 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 Check. Fold. 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 Call. Bet. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Always. Fold. Fold. Call. Call. Check. Bet. Call. Call. Check. 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 Bet. Raise. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Fold. Call. Check.